Hi, my name is Katie Moyer, and I am a master trainer for Beachbody, meaning I train instructors or brand new instructors, people that have never taught a class before, to people who have taught 20, 25, 30 years in group fitness to lead certain Beachbody formats. Now, the biggest question I always get from people who take my classes is, but how do I get started in group exercise? It seems like this big scary world. And I want to share with you 3 things that you can do on how to get started in group exercise today. And first and foremost, I want to tell you, it might be scary because it's new, but it's one of the most rewarding jobs you'll ever get involved with. You're going to meet amazing people, and it's a great, incredible high that you've never experienced before when you finally teach your first class. Because I know you're probably listening to this because you're somebody who, you get that rush, that endorphin high after a workout. Think about if you were leading 2 people through a workout, if you were leading 4 people, and eventually if you grow and grow and grow 50 people through a workout and they all feel successful and they walk away because you led them through that endorphin rush is pretty ridiculous. And that's why I always recommend someone get involved with group exercise. If you love helping people, get involved. And how are you going to get involved? Here we go. Number 1, start with passion. It does not matter what format you start with. I'm going to repeat that. I love Beachbody certifications, but I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't have to be my certification that you start with. What you need to start with is the one that you're most passionate with. Why? Because, again, you're still going to have to work at it. You're going to have to learn the form and technique of that certification. You're going to have to learn how to cue for that format. You're going to have to learn people skills. If you really think about it, no matter what you're going to do, you're going to have to put in a lot of arm and leg work to get going with this thing. And if it's something that you're passionate about, I guarantee you're going to have a lot more fun and you're going to be way more successful because people will see that you're passionate about the format. And you're okay if you kind of make a stumble here or you make a tumble here. It doesn't matter because you're passionate about the format and you know it's going to help a lot of people. Number 2, do your research. So once you figured out the format that you love the most, go and do some research. All you have to do is literally go to Google and type in Turbo Kick, type in Insanity certification or Zumba or TRX, or even if you just wanted to do strength training and you're really not sure, just type in group exercise certification for strength training. Do your research, figure out how you can become certified in that, because some of them might be a day training, some of them are 2 trainings, some of them you have to study ahead of time, some you can walk into. It really depends on the format that you want to get involved in. If you want to jump right into a general group exercise certification from ACE or AFA, that's awesome, but you're going to have to study, so you have to order books, you have to order materials, and you kind of have to plan it out. So after you figure out what you're most passionate about and you're like, yes, this is what I'm going to do, and you're excited, go and do some research, figure out how you can get certified. If you know there's a master trainer in your area, contact them. They'd be happy to. I know in my area, even if they're not from my area and someone asks me about a certification, I am happy to help, happy to direct them to the website. But do your research. You got to figure out how and how much time you're going to need, if you need to study beforehand, if you can just show up. Do you need to take certain qualifications to even be able to go? Those are all important. And number 3, now that you've done the research, now you need to evaluate, because guess what? I have thought that I really wanted to teach X class or B class or C class, and I go to the certification and I get done and, it really wasn't what I thought, or that class didn't work in my schedule, or I figured out that what I needed to get into that class wasn't the same, and it's okay. All you have done is moved forward one step into figuring out what certification will be right for you, because guess what? Let's say you go and research a format and you figure out what you need to do it, and you're like, you know what? That's really not worth it to me to be certified in this format. Then you've just learned something. And you know that you're going to find another format. So then again, you're going to rinse, lather, and repeat. You're just going to go back, start with another passion, research it, figure out what you need to do to get certified in it, and then evaluate. If it sounds like something that is a perfect fit for you, there's a certification coming up, you know that you need time to study, you know you don't need time to study, you know that this is exactly what you want, go and sign up for the certification. And that's going to be my call to action. Once you figure out that passion, you have researched it, you have evaluated it, and you know you want it, call to action, I want you to go to that website and sign up for your certification, and I want you to message me what certification that is. Again, it doesn't have to be a Beachbody one. I just happen to be very passionate about those. That's why I started with them. But there's a huge world of group exercise classes out there, and trust me, there are 1,000,001 different people with 1,000,001 different likes and preferences. There are people out there that want you to be passionate about your format and inspire them through an entire workout. So go teach. I promise you, if nothing else, you're going to get an incredible endorphin rush and burn a ton of extra calories because it's just so much fun. And it's an incredible industry to get involved with. So I hope that these tips help. I hope that you go and start teaching a group exercise class. And thank you for watching. If you have any questions, my email is going to be posted below as well as my website. I'd love to hear from you. But otherwise, go out, go teach, do your research, and get certified.